All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go over section 1.6, solving linear inequalities. All right, so number 25, we're going to solve for x. So we're going to take away 3. So we've got negative 2x is greater than or equal to 4. Divide by negative 2. Remember, when you're dividing by a negative, the inequality must flip around. So we have x is less than or equal to negative 2. All right, graph it on the number line. Let's go ahead and put the 0 right here. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 5, negative 6. All right, what type of dot do we need? Okay, that should be a solid dot because of the equal to. All right, on the negative 2, there's a nice big dot. And it's x is less than or equal to, so we are going to go to the left. All right, we don't need a dot quite that big. All right, next one, solve and graph. So again, solve for x. We're going to add 2 to both sides. We're going to divide by 3. So x is less than 4. All right, so again, I'm going to put my numbers on the number line. Now it's just a less than, so that would be an open dot. So that would be on the 4, open dot. And x is less than 4, so we are going to draw our arrow to the left. All right, moving on. Number 27, there's nothing to solve for. It's a compound inequality. X is already by itself. It's in the middle. So let me put the numbers on the number line. All right, so solid dot on the negative 5. Open dot on the 1. Okay, this is an and situation, meaning we are going to shade in between. Okay, do not draw 2 arrows pointing at each other. Connect the solid dot and the open dot. All right, that's number 27. Let's turn the page. Number 28, again, it's another compound inequality, but this one is and or. So let's put the numbers on our number line. All right, starting with the negative 1, we've got a solid dot with the negative 1. We've got an open dot on the 3. Now, back to the negative 1, it says x is less than or equal to, so we're going to go to the left. X is greater than 3, so that means we're going to go to the right of 3. Number 29, we need to solve both of those inequalities, so let's start with the 3x minus 1 is greater than 7. Okay, I'm not going to show the details, I'm just going to say it. So we're going to add 1 to both sides. We're going to divide by 3, and we're going to end up with a fraction, 8/3. Okay, now the other one. We're going to subtract 4 from both sides, so we have 6x is less than or equal to negative 8. Divide by 6, we end up with x is less than or equal to negative 8 over 6. Always reduce, please. Okay, that should reduce to negative 4 over 3. All right, now mark our number line. Nope, let me start that over again. Let me back that up. I'm going to put the 0 here. All right, now 8/3. If you change that to a decimal, that is going to be approximately, let's see, 3 goes into 8 2 times. It's approximately 2.6 repeating. So that means that one is going to be right about, let's say right about here. That would be the 8/3. And it's an open dot. Then this one would be approximately negative 1.3 repeating. And that one's going to be right about here. And that one's going to be a solid dot. It's an OR situation. So that means, well, this one, x is greater than that, so that's going to go to the right. X is less than that, it's going to go to the left. Okay, number 30. Starting with the one on the left, I'm going to add 1. Divide by negative 2. Don't forget to flip. Okay, now the other one. I'm going to subtract 6. Divide by negative 3, and again I'm going to flip. And that's a 4. All right, number line. All right, so solid dot on the negative 2. Open dot on the 4. Again, it's an OR situation, so we should know that they're going to go in opposite directions. X is bigger than 4, and x is less than or equal to negative 2. All right, number 31. I believe that's the last one for the, nope, we got several more for this section, so let's keep going. All right, so number 31. I'm going to draw my line down the inequality. I'm going to add 8. All right, so on the left side, we have 4. In the middle, we still have negative 2x, and on the right, we have 18. All right, I'm going to divide by negative 2. So on the left side, I have, whoops, let me put the inequality back in there. So it's a less than or equal to there, and it's a less than there. All right, now when I divide by the negative 2, I've got a negative 4. The inequality flips on both of them. In the middle, we're left with x. And then on the right side, we've got the 18 divided by negative 2, that's negative 9. Well, we got to make sure we get a -9 on our number line. So I'm going to start counting with -9, and it's an and situation. So I'm going to go with -9 there. All right. So open dot on the -9, solid dot on the -2. Okay, now x is going to, it says x is bigger than -9 and x is smaller than -2 or equal to. So again, it's an and situation. We should connect the two dots. All right, let's go to the next page. Number 22, we're going to solve this the same way. I'm going to draw my line down each inequality. First, I'm just going to talk about it. I'm not going to write it. I'm going to subtract 7 from all three, the left, the middle, and the right. So when I subtract 7, I'm going to have a -9 here. I'm going to have 2x left in the middle. And on the right side, I'm going to have a 2. Okay, now, again, I'm just going to say it. I'm going to divide everything by 2. When I divide everything by 2, I have a -4.5. X is left in the middle. And on the right side, I'm left with 1. All right, so I can do a normal number line here. I can do 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So we've got, we've got an open dot on the 1. We've got a solid dot on the -4.5. So I'm going to say that right here is the -4.5. And I'm going to connect the two dots because it's an and situation. All right, 2 more left. So all we have to do is solve these two inequalities. We do not have to graph them on the number line. So we've got to follow the solving rules. So we're going to do the distributive property first. Okay, and do the distributive property on the right side. All right, I'm going to combine like terms. Now I'm going to get the variable on the same, whoops, that's an 8. I'm going to get the variable on the same side of the equal sign. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract 6x. So I'm left with okay, now I'm going to add 15. And I end up with x is greater than or equal to 63. We're done. All right, I've got a minute and a half left on my timer here. I got to do number 34 before that runs out. Here we go, distributive property. Combine like terms. All right, now I'm going to subtract 5x from both sides. So when I subtract 5x from both sides, I'm left with all right, now I'm going to subtract 21. And when I subtract 21, I end up with -46. Then I divide by 6, and I end up with x is less than -7 2/3, which is -7.6 repeating. So x is less than -7.6 repeating. All right, my time is up.